Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Data here, and welcome back to the San Francisco Starfleet franchise mode here on NHL 24, episode number 15, headed into the championship offseason here, the 2027 draft and offseason. We're on shore leave. We are Stanley Cup champs, and we're going to have a little bit of work to do. Not too much, but a little bit of work to do this offseason. So if you're joining us after you've already gone live, you can hop ahead 5 minutes in the video, and we will get started in, about 5 minutes time here. Sorry that we're starting a bit later than usual, 7:15 as opposed to the usual 7. Jenzy McKenzie, Joe Meep, welcome aboard, welcome to the stream. So, again, apologies for being late. I think I had a probably at least a 10-month, year plus streak going of on-time streams, and now back-to-back nights of the stream being pushed by 15-30 minutes. I know it's not the end of the world, but I do apologize for that. Noid, Mila, perfect timing. There you go, it worked out like that in the end. Welcome aboard. Let me make sure I got the right thumbnail here. Jean-Luc Picard sitting on Ryza, enjoying a nice book on shore leave. There we go. So, a recap of where we were last episode. Hobbsy, welcome to the stream, my friend. We were Stanley Cup champions in just our 4th season. It was an incredible postseason. Coming in as a wild card team, we won the Stanley Cup, winning the wild card in 2 games, then taking down, what was it? The Jets in 7. Yeah, the second place Jets in 7. Root for the Canadiens tonight. It's true, eh? Is that how you've the angle you're taking now, Dice, for the Penguins? Now you're looking for those regulation losses. So it was a big 7-game series against Winnipeg. Then we went ahead and took down the Lightning in 6, swept through the Islanders, who beat us in the Stanley Cup final the year prior, and then in the Stanley Cup final we took down the 4th place Bruins in a 5-game series. Tanked to keep the top 10 pick. Gotcha. So that's the angle we're going with now. All right. Refresh and check out the thumbnail if you haven't already. Shore Leave, Jean-Luc Picard reading his beautiful book on Rysa. There's a few Rysa ones that I could have gone with. Riker, Worf, Jadzia. Nathan, good evening. Welcome to the stream, Nathan. Thank you for joining us here. There we go. Just a few usual things to take care of. As always, thumbnail, tags, etc. Send out the tweet, and we'll get started in just a couple more minutes here. About 2.5 minutes till we get started. For the 2027 draft and offseason. It shouldn't be too busy of an offseason, as I already said, but there will be work to do and some comments to run through as well. Some big times in both our franchise modes right now. Some big times in both series to be on top of. Here we go. Hope everyone's having a lovely week so far. We're going Starfleet tonight. We're going with a Wii Sports video tomorrow. This weekend, I'm hoping for Canucks, and then into the week after. Actually, this weekend we'll have Data 782 Hall of Fame voting open up for the next round of nominees. And then next week, the week after that, we'll get back on schedule, normal schedule, but I'd like to get a career sim in there soon enough. McIntyre entering the captaincy table this season. Yeah, we'd like to get him as an alternate captain, most likely. We'll see how things shape up once the season begins. But it's Pesce and Girard who have the A's right now. So I'm not sure. It depends if we strip Pesce of the A or not. Let's see. We will get started in a minute and a half from this point. I'll just pull up the comments that we want to run through from last episode. There we go. Okay, those are ready. YouTube's giving me a hard time a little bit. Sorry for that. That Easton Cowan sim. I know you're waiting for that Easton Cowan sim, Joe. I know you are. I don't want to get your hopes up. It'll come someday, but I won't say that it's the most likely. You know what? It's likely, if I have to give you a little what's the word? A little teaser. I'm thinking a wild prospect. Faber, Rossi, Wallstedt. Could be one of those guys. A few different directions I could go in there. The sheet is ready. Perfect. Thank you, Dice. No, wait. Did you have a recent season where you won the President's Trophy but lost in the first round? That was in the Canucks, I believe. Let me pull that up. I have my even Yurov. Yeah, let me pull this up. I have the sheet right in front of me as well for the Canucks. Canucks President's Trophy. Yes, exactly. It was year number 4, the season prior. We won the President's Trophy, then lost in 7 games in round 1. Yeah, that did happen. Sorry about the bit of a delay here. YouTube's giving me a hard time. Does the Pirates series count? Laugh through the pain. So we're at the 5-minute mark here, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube's giving me a hard time a little bit on being able to update the thumbnail. Not sure why. Go ahead and send out the tweet. Yeah, even, what's his name, who I can't pronounce that name. Yeah. Mackenzie, welcome to the stream. Sorry. YouTube giving me a bit of a hard time on this. I'll just keep it to the side, and we'll get, once it loads, it'll load. But for now, I'll start doing what we got to do. In our competition last night, I was the best. I got swept by the 17th seed. Oh, man. I feel, we have been there. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are through 4 years with our Starfleet franchise so far. I'd have to show you on the roster, Mila, but they're both in there, and they both have good potential. So, through our 4 years so far, in year number 1, let me just pull it up right here. I'll show you their cam in a moment. Doing okay, thank you for joining us. In year 1, we lost in round 1. In year 2, we won the wild card and then lost in round 2. In year 3, we lost the Stanley Cup final. And in year 4, as you can see, we were Stanley Cup champions in just our 4th year of existence as a wild card team, sweeping the wild card in 2 games, then taking down the 2nd place Jets in 7, the 10th place Lightning in 6, the 11th place Islanders being swept out, having beat us for the Stanley Cup the year prior, and then beating the 4th place Bruins in a 5-game series for the Stanley Cup. When it came to the awards, just to quickly show you, Avery McIntyre, who won the Calder Trophy the year prior, now last year was the, the Maurice Richard Trophy winner with the most goals in the NHL with 56, I believe. We saw Toffoli win the Hart, our former Starfleet officer. Winnipeg had a crazy team. That was a big series. Of course, Artemi Panarin was our Conn Smythe winner. A former Starfleet officers winning some hardware here, with Spencer Knight winning the Vezina and Tyler Toffoli winning the Hart, and I think the Ted Lindsay as well. But through our postseason, we went 18-6. We had an incredible record as a team. On top of Panarin scoring 35 points, 16 goals and 35 points in 24 games. Ridiculous scoring. Same for McIntyre with 21 goals and 31 points. Trevor Moore, 31 points. One name that was often in trade talks at one point. 31 points from him. The captain, 29. Fiala, who we got around the trade deadline, 28 points from him. The halfway point. It was Pacioretty who we got at the deadline. And half of those 6 losses were in round 1, of course, 3 out of 6. That's a great point. Welcome, doggy. So Kevin Fiala did great, 28 points. Gerard, 28. He woke up. Perfetti, 18. Guliev was a very welcome surprise with 16. Lysell, 10. Doughty, 8. Got him another cup. Max Pacioretty gets his Stanley Cup with 7 points. Owen Beck, Bizou. Romanov, 6. Ramirez, even 6 and a plus 16. Kunin, Afanaseyev, Pesci came in. He was injured. He only got to play the last 11 games, and in those, he scored 2 goals and was a plus 11. So, chapeau to him. Lindell, 2 assists, -3. We pulled him in favor of Pesci, and I think Lindell is definitely a trade candidate. And when it came to the goaltending, Anton Forsberg went 14-3 with 1 shutout, a .913 save percentage, and 2.4 goals against average. And we can't see him here, but Sebastian Cossa also came up big. Both of them, it was like Forsberg was doing well, then he crashed, Cossa came in. Cossa did well, then he crashed, then Forsberg came back. So they did what they had to do. Christopher, yes. So we look in the system, Sebastian Cossa, his playoff numbers here. Let's check him out. He was 4-3 with 1 shutout, .904 save percentage, 2.85 goals against. Vasi, welcome aboard, my friend. Welcome to shore leave here on the beautiful, beautiful shores of Risa. So that was it for the postseason, ladies and gentlemen. Stanley Cup champions, a great season. Our coach Ryan Goalie shows us how important a coach with a good fit is. Ryan Goalie now at a 73, but he was in the 80s. We'll try to get that back. Mr. Catalano, 2 weeks in a row. Great to have you in here. Looking forward to some shore leave. Very good, very good. So, of course, we also got the Stanley Cup for Zephram Cochrane, a.k.a. Zane Cochrane, the father or grandfather of the creator of the Warp Drive. McCutcheon, our former head coach, was still on board the coaching staff, and there you have it. So headed into the offseason, ladies and gentlemen, when we look at the contract situation all expiring, not a lot going on. Pacioretty, Kunin, Afanaseyev, Doughty. Really, our moves will probably come from players that we already have under contract we want to move out. Brett Pesci's a question mark. Esa Lindell's definitely trade bait. What's his name? Jonas Korpisalo is definitely on his way out as well. About coaching staff, there's not much to say. I've said it in my guide video, but there's a lot that comes down to anecdotal evidence, Docky. I wish I could say more. Does your coach have to be A plus on the power play to have a good power play, or could you just have players with 5-star shooting who get a +5 for chemistry? Hard to say. So I've mentioned what I can say about coaching in my guide videos, but a whole video on coaching, I think it would be too much speculation to do so. Headed into the draft now as well, we're also thinking about the draft class. We have picks 22 from the Senators, as well as, so we have, first round pick, only 22. Second round, we have the 2 last picks. The third round, we have one of the first picks. So we're picking 32, 33, then off 1, 2, 3, then we pick 4. So 3 out of 6 picks, end of the second to the start of the third. Then a 4th, a 6th, and a 7th in this draft class. When we look at the draft class itself, and we see players who are at the top here. When we look at number 22, or around there, thereabouts, Kazevnikov was a big one as a Belarusian player. We have to make sure to be focusing on the nationalities, of course. Scrolling down a bit more, not a lot that's fully uncovered. Draper, medium top 6 guarantee, but we want to move away from so many North Americans, I think. If we're looking at just the players who are NHL ready, of course the top players are NHL ready. Any gems who are NHL ready, just double checking. I know, I hear you, doggy. Anyone who's NHL ready outside of the top 5 doesn't look like it, or even 1 year away. No, 2 over here. Guy Savard, 2 years away. And then Nicholas Johansson, possibly only 1 year away. That could still be 2 years, but he's 17. I wish I knew more about him. Only 1 bar medium elite, Nicholas Johansson. This would be an interesting guy to look at if we just pin him. Yeah. Okay, if we keep scrolling for anyone who has an interesting NHL ETA. 2 years, only 2 bars though. Yeah, not much there. Go with Guy. Another Bobrovsky? Stanislav Bobrovsky. And I think yes, Protas. Yes, of course. Protas, Sharangovich. We're looking at a lot of those guys. So we want to look at guys like this Ukrainian player. If I look at Russia, there's going to be a bunch of guys here like Estonia. Yeah, here's Estonians, Latvians, Belarusians. The French offensive defenseman, was that it? No, you're thinking Maxime Bouillon? We got him already in Vancouver. Have we made a decision on Mugli? That's true. Good point on Mugli. I think we want to keep him. Welcome to the stream, Mark. I would like to have him grow. So next season, if we were just to think, what's our team next season forwards? 1, 2, 3. Forget about where they play. 4, 5, 6, 7. Pacioretty question mark. 8 for Beck. And then a lot of question marks. Do we bring back Pacioretty? Do we bring back Cunnin? So the first and second line, top 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lock. The top 6 is locked in. Third line, Lysell, third line left wing. Who do we have at third line center if we're moving out to Pajot? It could be Owen Beck. That would be okay. Then who's third line right wing? Do we bring back Pacioretty? Or do we look to start calling players up? I think that's the more likely thing because we have a lot of forwards ready to go. We have guys like Kapanen. We have Hellenius. We have Stenberg. So I think guaranteed probably like a guy like Hellenius would be... that's it. Some of the prospects are ready. So I think Hellenius would be maybe third line right wing, pushing for that. Maybe Stenberg's on the fourth line. But definitely, I think Hellenius, Lysell, and Beck would be third line. Then fourth line could be a mix of some of these guys and Cunnin, Afanaseyev, whoever else. Now, I think the forwards are pretty much set with that being said. It's the defense where we have a bit more flexibility. If Gerard, Pesce are staying... Remember, younger players provide a chance for the next generation. I like how you're thinking, JP. Yeah, you're right. It makes Haikila expendable. Haikila. Haikila's in the Vancouver series, isn't he? I think you're thinking about Haikila's in the... Yeah, Haikila's a Finnish player in the Vancouver series. Unless I'm misunderstanding you here. Main roster defenseman. So if Gerard, Pesce, Ramirez, Lindell, Romanov, Guliev is the current 6. Lindell moving out, Hudson coming up is a big one, I think. So that means Gerard, Pesce first pair, Ramirez, Guliev second pair, Hudson, Romanov third pair, then Doughty as 7th D. I'm okay with that as well. And in the system, no one's really ready to make that jump just yet. Aside from Mugli, who we're not sure about. We're going to give him top pair minutes, but I'm not sure if he's ever going to get much more growth than he already has at this point. That's also a tough one. Looking at the goaltenders, we know that Korpisalo and Forsberg are here, but Korpisalo's moving out. Forsberg, Mika Haikila, 16th. Oh, is he unsigned? Is that why? Is he unsigned? Ah, there he is. Thank you. Mika Haikila. That's why he got that chart. That's why he got the sheet. Mika Haikila. I don't think he becomes expendable just yet because they could both be in the top 9 in the future. I don't think Haikila is making the jump yet. Haikila can be in the AHL this next season, that's for sure. Actually, he'll have to be. Haikila, Emelin, Knights, Galiev, Kaminsky, they all get signed to their ELCs. But Haikila, by the time he jumps into the third line role, hopefully in 2 years from now, Hellenius might be a top 6 forward by then. So, and then don't forget Rubric as well, who we got 6th overall last year in the draft, Ryan Rubric. So, that being said, I think we're okay for this next season. It's the goalies who are thinking about Mikola, the goalie, as well, because if Korpisalo's moving out, that leaves Costa to play with him. Mikola is guaranteed at the very least our AHL starter with high elite potential. So Mikola, Garin would be in there. Mich would move out. So I'm thinking Forsberg, Costa in the NHL, Mikola, Garin in the AHL. That's probably what we're going to be doing. So there's my tentative game plan. Before we get started, is YouTube going to let me? No, they're still not going to let me set the description of this video. Can it be 15 minutes later? I still can't set it. Rubric replacing. He's not necessarily replacing anybody. He's a Canadian. So in the future, if we're putting him in the top 6, we only have one Canadian here in Perfetti. So he could go on the second line. He doesn't have to replace anybody necessarily. So I just want to make sure the description's in. I hate when the description's not there. Because if anyone wants to join the Discord server or anything like that, then it's just not in the right place. So we don't have that many Canadians taking up space, which is a good thing. Sorry, please just give me about 30 seconds for this. Speaking of the Google Sheet, I have linked the Google Sheet in all of our episodes. I went back through the last 14 episodes. I had forgotten to do it. The Google Sheet is now linked in the description. There we go. And our Canadians are centermen. That's true. There you go. Okay, that's good. The Google Sheet is now in the description if you refresh. If you want to access the Google Sheet, it is there. Thank you, Jenzy McKenzie, for reminding me in your last comment. I'll be getting to the comments from the last one in just a moment as well. And then we'll get into the draft. Look at all those elite potentials at the top as well. Beautiful. Reminder of the draft class right now. And I'll just do a couple last things. It's too bad that a lot of the top players are so often American or Canadian. Okay. Good. Maybe we send Lindell or Corpy to Washington? Why would you say Washington? Oh, and a deal for Protas. Yes, that's interesting. But you know what? We could just get Protas in a cheaper deal as well. So if it lines up, it lines up. But I don't think it's necessary to say it has to be that because he's going to go for cheap anyways. So let's get into the comments now from the last one. We'll start off with... Actually, I think just one that had suggestions. A few that just saying congratulations on the cup. But 4 suggestions is just Jenzy McKenzie, who says, Protas may have been a duck. That's true. For contracts, says Jenzy McKenzie, re-sign Afanaseyev for 2 years at 1.075, Forsberg 2 years at 1.775, and Kosa 2 years 925K. Then maybe sign some unsigned prospects that are AHL ready, and we'll go from there for the forwards. For trades, we should trade Korpisalo, Pajot, Lindell, and Mich, all for prospects and current or future draft picks. For the draft, at 22, we should draft Wall. I think that was the Hungarian player. I didn't show much about him. Actually, I can do it now. Since I'm not showing you the comment on screen, I can go ahead and just pull up quickly here. Wall. Where was Wall? Is this Peyton Hollywood Wilm? Is this Peyton Wilm? Wilm on film, Peyton Hollywood Wilm. Reincarnated as a defenseman. Data 782 Hall of Famer Peyton Wilm. Wow! That's incredible. Where was Wall? Wall, no, we won't take Wall at 22, but we could definitely trade down for Wall. We could trade down for Wall, the Hungarian, which would be very helpful for the nationalities. So Wall's one of them. Then with the 4th round pick, we can get Zherdev, who was a gem goalie. Then with our other picks, before we sim to those picks, we should check whether or not there's players around to take. If not, then we can trade those picks away, and then we could trade down to get Draper in the 30s as well. Wilm, do we need to get him just for the name? It's too bad he's such a high pick, though. That's the thing. We'll see on Wilm. I don't think we need any free agents for the starting lineup. I think we can replace everybody internally. Yup. So the lines could look something like this. Panarin, McIntyre, Lindholm, Fiala, Perfetti, Moore, Lysell, Beck, Hellenius, Fanaseyev, Kapanen, Stenberg. Yup. Then depth can be Sturm, Protas, whoever else. Defense, Gerard Pesce, Ramirez Guliev, Hudson Romanov, reading my mind again. Goalies, Forsberg, Kosa. And by the way, yes, don't forget to add that Google Sheet. Yeah, so Jenzy McKenzie just reading my mind on that one. Very well said. I think that's exactly what we're going to be doing. I think with that being said, we can head into the draft as well, ladies and gentlemen. I think we can go ahead and do that. So we know that we're picking at 22. We know that we're looking to trade Lindell, Korpisalo, a few other pieces. Let's see what teams would be offering us. Transfer a two-time... That would be something, eh? Two-time Data 72 Hall of Famer. Pick number 4 is on the block from Dallas, as well as pick number 7 from New Jersey. Kazemnikov was another game name to look at. Perfect, thank you. So if we look at fine trade just for fun, we're looking at moving out Esa Lindell. I think he'd have the most value. Esa Lindell would probably fetch like a second or something. Yeah, second and a prospect, 2/3, a prospect from the Blackhawks. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know really anything about Wim. If he was a later pick, we could just do it for fun. That'd be one thing. But to use a first-round pick, that's a lot of value. We can always look to trade for him later on. A second and a prospect, or 2/3 pretty much. Or even just a prospect. I'd say probably 2/3 is the most tempting. 69 and a third next year. Dallas, 2/3 from sending Esa Lindell back to Dallas for 2/3 could be interesting as he heads into the final year of his contract. Yeah, let him get drafted, then check him out. I think 2/3 makes the most sense. Oh, 68 and 93. That's in this year's draft. I wouldn't mind getting one this year, one next year. Or we could get pick 55. We could wait on that. Let's wait till we get through the first round, then we'll make a Lindell move. Let's wait till we get through the first round. Then Korpisalo. Not many teams would be interested in Korpisalo, I would imagine. Yeah, a 4th in Lusterainen, a 4th in Manning. Yeah, a third from Winnipeg. A 3rd from Winnipeg could be interesting. And then we also said Pajot. He's going to have probably the least amount of value, but we'll do right by Pajot. We signed him on long term because we knew that he'd want to get paid after this. We can bring back another Pajot after he was done here. Pretty much just get a random little prospect. No one wants to offer picks, eh? No. Hold on. Pick 231 from the Islanders. Actually, the last pick of the draft to send him back to the Islanders. Should we do that? But the thing is, they're one of our biggest rivals the last couple of years. Do we send Pajot back to the Islanders for the last pick in the draft at 231? Anybody else who's interested? We could get 229 from the Blues. Yeah, these prospects are just a lot of fringe guys. 7th Ds, top 6 Ds who are guys who are going to be 22, stuff like that. I'd rather just take a shot on a 7th round pick. Would be a good story. Just a 7th. 229, says Gen Z. But that would keep him in the West. I don't know if I want to keep him in the West, though. We send him to a rival, but we don't have to see him as much. I think we send him to the Islanders. If it was a rival in the West, it would be one thing, but it's a rival in the East. I'm going to say let's do it for the story. Jean-Gabriel Pajot going back to Long Island, going for pick 231. Pettersson, I know it's top 6D potential. I know, we are dumping $3 million. It's the other Elias Pettersson, don't worry. It's guys who are going to be... let me just show you. Hey, it took too long. Medium Elite, 84 overall. Oh my goodness. Daniel Duchesne going to the Predators. Wow. We got our 7th pick back. So, for example, on Vancouver, what kind of value do they have now in year number 4? Sorry. Let's get match in the block. 72 overall, 23 years old. No. There are 2 conferences. There are 8 divisions, but there are 2 conferences. We see people in our conference more often. Yeah, 73-23 now. I'm not going to break my head over the guy who's going to play 4th line center or even be sent down even. We'll do that. So, Jean-Gabriel Pajot, merci beaucoup, mon ami. It was a great time having you. You came in and did exactly what we needed you to do. It was a great, great time. We had a blast doing it. Thank you for helping us to get that ring. Now enjoy your last years. Making good money, $3.325 million for 2 more years. That's why we got him signed on. We gave him a little bit of a boost. 2.5 years with us. Now we send him off back to Long Island. Thank you for everything, and we wish you all the best, Jean-Gabriel. All right. So that's a little bit of cap space moved out. The Kings, no, we're not going to be able to get another 7th. I promise you that. 82, Brodeur, medium elite sniper with 5-star shooting, centerman going there to the LA Kings. And the Red Wings get medium elite left wing sniper. Let's see if they got anything. No, it's negative value almost. We're dumping $3 million. I'm not going to try and get actually things that we would want. It wouldn't make sense. Getting the last pick in the draft, we should be thankful to even get that probably. So Ernest Antonio is interesting for sure. I love some of these players here. For a top pick, man. Are the Stars buyers? They are buyers. They are buyers. Hold on a second now. If we say they wanted Lindell, we'll give you Essa Lindell. Do you need a goalie? Let me see. Do you need a goalie, Dallas? You could use a... not really. So forget the goalie. We have to add it, probably be pick 22 going back. Ottawa's first and Lindell. That might be close, actually. Ottawa's first and Essa Lindell. Do we add a prospect to make it just more interesting? But hold on, let's think about this, though. Let's think about this. Do we really want another forward pushing for the NHL, Canadian? I don't know. That's Hellenius' spot in the lineup. That's going to be Hellenius' spot in the lineup. I know he's probably a 5-star shooting sniper. I don't know, though. Then Owen Beck can't play third line. He has to play fourth line. So Ernest Antonio would have to play fourth line or stay unsigned because he can't play with... Or Owen Beck plays fourth line. I don't mind trading... Maybe we could trade up for Marchand, though. A Polish... is he Polish? No, he's not Polish. Austrian. An Austrian defenseman. He does look really good. Get the value, then we can trade later. Move Hellenius in the deal. This is tough. I don't want to do too much. I'm going to offer that. And then if we need to move out other players to make room for the better prospects, that's fine. I'm going to listen to the AGMs here. I listened to the AGMs on Cole Hudson. I'll listen to the AGMs here. What does Dallas say to Essa Lindell and pick number 22? They're buyers. They want to move the pick. Dallas? Trade rejected. I really wouldn't add much more than this, if anything, honestly. And of course, there you go. Never mind, because even though it says 30 seconds left, the game loves to jump it. So it didn't work out. It wasn't meant to be. We looked into it. Doesn't quite fit the plan. It wasn't meant to be. Ernest Antonio, 79 overall, medium elite, 4.5-star shooting. Yeah, when we sent them a fair offer, they didn't want it. That's okay, we move on. We looked into it, we did our due diligence, life continues. Now, medium elite goes there to the Blue Jackets, and then Summers goes. Could we get pick 7 to get the Austrian defenseman, Cam Marchand, 6'5", Marchant, 6'5", two-way D, 3 years away, but 17. He could be a monster there on the right side as well. We don't have anything on the right. We don't have much in the prospect pool for the right side D. Adam, welcome aboard. So I know your team certainly did. Yes, they did. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate you joining in. That would be something. Kozevnikov's a bit more of a question mark. Hall's a medium top 6 who we could look at getting later for sure as well. Yeah, just like Reinbacher. What do the Devils want, though? They are buyers as well. They are also buyers. Do they need defense? They need defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's signed on, though? Ooh, yeah, Nemec is not signed on. Hughes not signed on. I don't know. I don't want to take up too much of their cap space. But Miller and Martinez will walk. So probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's Lindell's number 6. There's Lindell's number 6. I do like this better than the other trade. Top 10 pick on the block. Yeah, true. Austrian D-man would be huge for line combos. So if we give you 22 and Lindell again, how interested does that make you? Lindell and 22. Do they have extensions? That's why I'm assuming that even if they don't now, they will get them. So Nemec and Hughes, yeah, they have extensions. Beautiful. I'm going to say let's offer this and see what the Devils say. They aren't really interested as much. Do they want a goalie? They do. Yeah, they have no... Oh, my goodness. But they don't need... Yeah, they don't need a starting goalie, though. We could dump Meach to you. I'll dump Meech on you, if you don't mind. Can we add a rookie skater here? Time's ticking, though. We gotta be careful. Yeah, very good deals for them there. I'll throw in Galiev and Meech. What do you say here? You're quite far off. Okay, Galiev, Meech, with his top, medium bottom six potential. Yeah, starting goalie. And what if I give you 198? What do you say here, New Jersey? Quite far off in value. I don't want to go too crazy here. 119 for the nationalities. It's worth it. You're quite far off again. Okay. We know that we're gonna get. What if we have 2/3 next year? We could trade one of our thirds next year. Be back a 6th and a 7th next year as well. You're not where you need to be. 6th, quite far off. Again, quite far off. Really? Oh, it might not work here, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to make it work. 3rd and a 6th? Okay, 3rd and a 6th, make it happen. If we were to move up to 2/3, I was going to say it's too much. But a 3rd and a 6th, it gets done. Thank you, Essa Lindell. Good luck in New Jersey. And with the 7th overall selection, we will now go ahead and select that defenseman who was going to go at number 9, but we're going to reach up a little bit for him. Cam Marchand, 6'5" defenseman playing in the NLA, medium league potential, 17 years old, great piece for the future. Let's go up to the podium. Good evening, everyone. Oh, sorry, I thought it was come on, my chair is still broken. Sorry, from the Pirates stream 2 nights ago. If you know, you know. Let's try it again. Good evening, everyone. Hello to all of our fans watching back in San Francisco on the holodeck. Live long and prosper, everyone. With the 7th overall selection in the 2027 NHL entry draft, the San Francisco Starfleet are proud to select from EV Zug of the NLA, Cam Marchand. Welcome to the team, Cam. You are 64 overall, medium elite, expected for that overall, but great to have that potential and that nationality in our lineup. Was that 23rd and 20? Yes, it was. 2028 third for next year and 2027 6th for this year. So, Cam, welcome to the team, buddy. We're going to sim a pick there. And we get to keep our first as well. Sorry, we don't keep our first, but we get to keep our second, which we could trade up for to take the guy we wanted originally, which is Wall. So the Devils pick again at 9. Really? Did they have that all along? Maybe we could have traded for pick 9. It would have been a bit risky. We do it for pick 7. 60-some overall, medium top 6 guys. Moen goes, 74 overall. Tony Moen, 4-star shooting. That's cool. Hartman, 77 overall Hartman. How about that? 71 overall. How come those 60s were going? Hey, here he is. Here he is. Let those tears out, big boy. Welcome to the stream, Slim. Let's go back to... So we wanted to look at Wall, the Hungarian. He'd be at 38. So if we look at round 2, so this is 33, 34, 35, 36. Maybe 36 from the Coyotes we could get here. 36, or that's actually 37. 37 from the Coyotes. If I give you... We have 65 and 66. If I give you 65... how about this? What if I give you 66 and 70? Would that be crazy? For 37? A second and a third for a second? Would that be... A second and a third. We get to keep 65, and we get to trade up for 37 and take the guy we wanted initially, who was Wall. I think we could do this. Can I take back a 7th next year? I want to get a 7th in next year's draft back. Somewhere in this episode. A 7th in 2028. What do you say to this, Arizona? Rejected. He's done all right. Isn't sufficient at all, they say. Straight up. Okay, so with the 7th, they say no. Straight up, they say yes. So, all right, we tried. So, thank you very much, Arizona. We'll trade up to pick... We'll sim to pick 37 now. Draper was the other guy we were looking at. Medium top 6, 65 overall. It's all about the nationalities, though, in this one. So, we'll go ahead and take Wall, the Hungarian. That will be very helpful for us. Again, long term. Jalen Wall, still probably, 3 years away. Similar to Henrik Zetterberg. All right. Not much going on in the DEL. From the Augsburger Panthers of the DEL. Welcome to the team, my friend. 63 overall. Medium top 6. Jalen Wall, the Hungarian. Hopefully that's well-rounded enough. Yeah, I don't see anything crazy. Wally. Woo, I love it. Wally. Beautiful. Next is pick 65. Where does Zherdev going to go? Who do we want between now and 65? Between now and 65... Wow, that's crazy. The scorers must have been coming through for you, Mila, if that's what happened. Low top 6, medium top 9. Strombolopoulos is there. Who is this guy? Low top 6, Emil Licht. Another NLA player. Oh yeah, I agree. This is horrible content. I don't know why I make it. Exactly, Slim. So yeah, we can sim to our next pick for sure. Where's that goalie going? Where? Oh yeah, Zherdev's in the 100s. No problem. So we can sim to pick 65. Anyone we want at pick 65. Lick just went a little bit earlier. We could take a risk on a 3-bar low elite in Pasi Virkunen. 3 years away. Or do we trade down and get some picks for next year? Or do we take a risk on a guy who's low top 6? 3-bar low top 6, 3-bar low elite. Oh yeah, we'll check out Kozevnikov and what he was in the end. Yes, that's true as well. We'll do that. High starter, Cade Trafford. I think Virkunen's an okay risk, though. 3-bar low elite's not a horrible risk to take. Worst case, maybe he's low top 6. And we have our next pick after that for the goalie. Yep, I think we'll go ahead and take him then. I would take the high starter if we weren't taking the elite goalie next. Pasi Virkunen, another Finn on the team from Turku TPS. Low top 6. All right, we'll take it. 62 overall, low top 6. A sniper, 65th overall. Let's go to pick number 119 now. 119. Yeah, sorry, and we want to see back in the first round. So back in the first round, so Kozevnikov, we were thinking about him. There's the other Peyton Wilm, medium top 4D, 65 overall. Yeah, it's okay that we passed on Peyton Wilm, I think. Kozevnikov was medium top 6, 65 overall sniper, 2.5 star shooting. Yeah, he would have been okay. Nothing special, but he would have been okay as well. He wouldn't have been a bad pick. Next pick now, number 119, will be the goalie, I believe. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just go down a little bit for him. Medium elite, Lubomir Zherdev, a mix of Lubomir Visnovsky and Nikolai Zherdev. Welcome to the team. 5 years away, but medium elite potential. Welcome aboard to Starfleet, my friend. And he is 50 overall, medium elite. Next, we're going to... Oh, it's at 230. So I have the last 2 picks of the draft now, correct? We might want to get some other ones. I'm not sure. 230 and 231, is that it? The last 2 picks of the draft? Yeah, 230 and 231. The last 2 selections. When I'm doing the scouting, I do the playstyle, but then once it's time for the next round, the playstyle and players are barely fully scouted. But my scouts are good. If it hasn't been fully scouted, there should be a Nikolai Visnovsky somewhere. If it's not fully scouted, it should get fully scouted as you scout everything else, dog. You don't worry about that too much. Just follow the steps, trust me. Draft class, we said. Draft class. Draft class. Anyone else who really stands out? Sorting by potential. Oops, excuse me. Sorting by potential. 2-bar medium elites. Yeah, the red boy method. Trust it. Guaranteed low elite at 183. Yeah, let's trade up for Sheldon Odell. We'll trade up for 168 around. Try to get Sheldon Odell. Then that'll be our last pick. Sheldon Odell. Round 5 is where? We said 168 we want? That's 133. Well, at the end of the last pick of the 5th round. Vancouver has our pick. That would be 165. And what do we want again? This could be, yeah, exactly. It could be Korpisalo for him. That would be good as well. We'll check the high starter. It was 168, we said. Okay, we could trade for that last pick then. The high starter. Where was he again, the high starter? High starter. Mark wants to see the high starter. Medium elite there. High starter, 47 overall. So yeah, we'll be okay. We'll survive. So we want the last pick of the 5th round, let's say. Even the first pick, the 6th round. Right? If it's 168, we can trade for 166. Why not? Pedro Roach. What a name. They don't even want picks. Do they want Korpisalo? They do want Korpisalo, really? Okay, why not? So Korpisalo... Sorry, I just noticed there was a Trade Breakers news in the Discord server. Can anybody speak to that? What happened? They have too many goalies, though, of course. So I will take... Here we go. We're cool. Okay, then goodbye, Slim. I don't know what to say. every stream you come in and say that the MLB streams are cooler, then just come for MLB streams. We're having a good time. We're all having fun. If you'd like to join us, we'd be more than happy to have you, but I don't know what to tell you. So I'll take back Phoenix Copley on an expiring deal, I guess, with a 6th. Can I do that? Trade accepted. Great. Okay, a 6th round pick. And Phoenix Copley coming back. Great. Okay, let's just sim this one. There goes Pedro Roach, medium top 6D. So next pick would be at 166. Let me just double check one more time. My numbers are playing in my head. He's at 168, we said, right? 160. Yeah, okay, so 166 we should be able to get him. Do we want to make another... We'll find out another pick. What was the trade? Alex Nylander for Emil Bemstrom. Okay. Sheldon Odell. Let's see him. There he is. Low elite. Welcome aboard, my friend. I even think about Nestorov. Artem Nestorov. Left winger. Russian left winger. Let's take a shot on him and then a shot on Odell with our 2 7ths, because there's no one else in the draft that I'd like to take, I don't think. Unless anyone else 3-bar low elite. I just say it how it is. Everyone's having fun. No one's complaining. You come in out of nowhere. This series is boring. I just say it how it is. Then leave. I don't know what to tell you. There's only one other low 3-bar low elite. Swedish defenseman or Russian? Let's go with the Russian winger. Artem Nestorov. We'll take him. Low elite, nice. 47 overall. Good. And then we'll get Detroit's 7th at 6th, sorry, at 167 in exchange for our 2 7ths. If they would like to do that? Question mark. There we go. A gift horse in the mouth. Of course it is. So I'll get a 6th for 2 7ths. All right. If we got a 2nd pick for Odell, like to me a 6th and a... No, I don't think we can be able to get a 6th and a 7th for 2 7ths. It's the last picks of the draft. Gotta head out. Unfortunately, it might be the last stream I catch for a bit, starting my new job doing nights. Oh, no kidding. Well, Vasi, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for saying so. We'll miss you in the streams. We'll still see you in the comments. We'll still see you in the Discord server, but we'll miss you for some of the streams. Good luck for the work, and thank you for your contributions so far. Appreciate you, my friend. Sheldon Odell, low elite, 65 overall. Is he 19? Yeah, but still, 65 overall. That's good. Thank you, Slim. Defensive defenseman. There you go, Slim. Defensive defenseman just for you. Number 69, Sheldon Odell. There you go. Slim for future considerations. I take a 9. So there's the draft, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very content with those moves. We traded out Lindell. We traded out Korpisalo. We traded out Pajot for a 6th. Yeah, we'll take that, Owen. Marchand, Wall, Verkinen, Zherdev, Nesterov, Odell, Austrian, Hungarian, Finn, I think Slovak, Russian, and American. So good draft. I will take this chair, man. This chair is broken now after the Pirates stream. All right, so let's advance a day. Of course. Appreciate you, Vasi. Gotta keep anyone who loves Star Trek is good in my books. Let's re-sign the scouts. I'm gonna miss the little timely Star Trek references. And there was one more, yeah, Guerin. Mario Guerin. It is hard to update the draft live. That's hey, good work, Andrew. Very good work. Very good work to ID. Okay, let's check out the re-sign phase now. So that definitely does leave us with some more money. Let me break out the calculator. Calculator. So there's Nylander and a conditional 6th for Bemstrom. They really want to move a conditional 6th? Okay. Let's break out the calculator here. Okay, there we go. All right, so looking at the extensions first and foremost, Max Pacioretty, if we were to keep him on, it would be a 4th line type of thing, 13th forward. I don't think it would make a lot of sense for him. As much as we love Pacioretty, he was great. He got us that cup. I don't think we can pay like $3.5 million just for a guy who's going to be depth replacement. Who knows if he's even in the lineup type of guy. We want our 3rd line to be Lysell, Beck, and at least Hellenius, you would think. If we need to look to bring somebody else into the... Well, actually, no. Hellenius has to... I think he has to. Worst case for Hellenius, Stenberg can maybe take his spot. But that I don't want to relegate a rookie or demote a rookie to have Pacioretty there. And if it does work out, then what? Is he a 4th liner? No. So Max Pacioretty, thank you for your service. Only the draft of the week. We're still doing the off-season. Thank you for your service, my friend. We picked you up around the deadline. You were incredible. We got you for Maki Simoskovic. 27 points in 30 games, 16 goals from Max. Patches went on to score 7 points in 24 games in the playoffs. -3, but gets his Stanley Cup ring. We thank you for your service, and we say goodbye. Luke Cunnin still on as depth. I wouldn't mind him. He's been a good trooper through and through. Another 1 year, 85%, 1.275. Let's see what he says about that. We have a lot of money, so it's not a big deal. Let's go 1.3 for being a trooper. Afanaseyev has been good as well. I like to keep him. 2 years makes sense. I think we can throw him a little bit of a bone here. Let's go 2 years. 1 million per year on Afanaseyev. 80 overall. Yeah, 2 years, 1 mil on him. Drew Doughty, I'd love to have him as 7D. He was great. So we'll just go 1 year because you can never trust the overall, because that's going to drop 1.8, 85%, 1.53. So we'll go 1.55 on Drew Doughty to stick around. Honka, he did well in the AHL, didn't he? And Tony Honka, 35 points. I'm going to release a lot of these guys because we have some rookies coming in now. We'll see in September who needs to come on this team. So Honka's going to go. I think Hunt might have been the best, though. Was he? Damon Hunt, 34 points plus 22. Okay, I'll keep Hunt, but Axel Anderson, Ginning, all these guys are going. Jinning's going. Gross is going. I'm going to keep Hunt, though, and we'll see. We'll definitely need to sign a few more, I would think. Cunnin, we offered him 1 year, 1.5. Was that it? 1.3. 1 year, 1.3. There you go, Mila, just for you. Curtis Douglas, he's a big boy. Let's keep him on a max two-way deal if he's happy with that. Ryan Suzuki, who knows if he could make a push for the team? Let's give him another year, max two-way deal. Okay, let's go to the bottom here. Let's get the unsigned rookies. Galiev, medium bottom 6, 59 overall, 20 years old. We're going to let him walk. Galiev was a 4th round pick. Really? A 4th round pick. And yeah, just sorry, buddy. Vladimir is going to walk. Kaminsky was a 7th round pick. What's up with him? 17 points in Russia, 59 overall, low top 9. Throw him on the 4th line in the AHL. Why not? Knights, we love Christian Knights, 2nd round pick. Hopefully he continues to develop. Medium top 6 potential. Yup. Emelin, also a 1st round pick. Vyacheslav Emelin was a 1st round pick in 2025, yes. And let's see, 21 points in Russia this past year. 6'4" centerman. Good. Haikila, of course. Mika Haikila, 16th overall pick in 2025. Good numbers in Liga, 37 points in 48 games. Good. Mika Haikila, he'll get AHL top minutes there. That's about it for that. Tyler Madden, we love Tyler Madden. We got to keep him on. Of course, ooh, he wants one way. Sorry, Tyler. We're going to release Tyler Madden. Okay, I might want to advance the J just to see what's up after that. Goalies, yeah, goalies here. So we know Anton Forsberg, we want him to stick around as our starter / sharing the crease. 1 year is all I'm going to do on him, though. I'm going to pay him what he's asking. I'm not going to 85% him. I'm going to pay him exactly what he's asking. 1 year, 1.775. Sebastian Kosa, I'd like to keep him a bit longer term. Maybe let's go 2 years to keep him as an RFA. 2 years at 1.2. Again, exactly what he's asking, because he did well, but he's not making 2, 3, 4, 5 million just yet. So 2 years, 2.4 million in total. Sebastian Kosa. Phoenix Copley, of course, we let him walk. We have Mikola coming in. Juha Mikola, 3rd round pick in 2025. Last couple of years in Liga, looking good. So Juha will go ahead and we'll give him his entry-level deal. Garand will get re-signed and Meech will get moved. Actually, we have Kukunin coming up. No, Garand's going to be allowed to walk then. Dylan Garand, we picked him up as a toss-in in a trade. 2 years in the AHL. Mila. Last year, the year before, 54, 16, and 3. 917 save percentage, 10 shutouts. Wow! But he's never really going to grow. We want Kukunin as medium starter to get some growth here. So, Garand, thank you. We love you. You did very well. Thank you for your service, but just no room for you, my friend. So, Mikola and Kukunin will be our tandem for next year, the AHL. There you go. Yes. Let's advance a day, just because we sent out a lot of different things. We could keep Meech. Yeah, you know what? It would probably be harder for us to trade Meech anyways. So Meech can stay 3rd AHL goalie. You're right, Hobbsy. Good point. Meep. Cunningham wants free agency. Of course he does. Doughty, of course he does. Forsberg, Suzuki, Kosa, Hunt, Afanaseyev, Douglas, Knights, Haikila, Mikula, Kukkonen, Emelin, Kaminsky, all on board. Nice. All right, back to all expiring now. So Luke Cunnin, I'm going to give him what he's asking for. No, I'm giving him 1 year. 1 year, 1.6. We have a lot of money. 1 year, 1.6. Drew Doughty, I'm going to give you 1 year, 1.8, what you're asking for. 1 year, 1.8. Captain Kirk, we don't need Cunnin, we don't, but he's been a trooper. I like him. I'd like to keep him. If it's going to be a headache, I'm not going to. Liam Kirk, we want to keep Captain Kirk, but not at that price, so we will revisit him in free agency. McKeown. Oh, Mila! On July 1st, I promise you, Protas. I promise you, Mila. McKeown, but the thing is, Doughty simulates very, very well, so I prefer to keep him. McKeown, what did he do? 30 points in 82 games. Bah. He's 24, which is good. What do you want as a contract? I can go 1 year if you want. I'll go 1 year if you want it. Fairbrother, again, the guy who can let walk. We can let him walk. Did you do anything special down there? Ah, okay. Let him walk. And Primo, Mason Primo. Actually, I like Mason Primo. I wouldn't mind him getting some more ice time even. Let's give him 1 year. Let's go 1 year. Why not, if he wants it? Wild Cornerstone, Luke Cunnin. That's that. Goalies are good. Unsigned players. Rubrick's going to wait because I'm not playing him in the NHL yet unless he gets big growth. Advance another day. Scouts. That's it. If he's being a pain, it's not worth it. But there you go. Easy decision. All right, no problem. Welcome back, Luke. Same for Doughty. McCone, Primo, nice. That still leaves us with over 25 million. So we are in a very comfortable spot. I am not worried at all about that. We got to pay players something, right? We're on July 1st, we got to look right away. Right away, we're looking at McIntyre, Moore, Ramirez extensions. Right away. Guliev. Yeah, okay. Good. That is just about everything, ladies and gentlemen. So let's start advancing towards free agency. We don't need to do anything else. On July 1st, we're looking at Protas. I promise you, Mila. Put the calculator away here. Let's advance to free agency. Because again, after next year, Panarin's 13 million is also gone. Yeah, Ramirez was always low elite. All right, here we go for July 1st. Let's see who's in the free agent pool. You know what? Before we even look at that, let's just think about... No. I'm all over the place. Free agency first. Free agent pool, let's see it. Woo! First, we'll look at the UFAs. Actually, just RFAs quickly. Anyone interesting? Koltsov, Forster, Bordelot. Okay, we'll just pretty much 89 overall Koltsov. UFAs, Kucherov, Hischier, Strome, Lehkonen, Kraus, Geeky, Anderson. 7 teams interested in Kraus. Haig, Evans, Krug, Lizotte, Hartman, Dumba, Dano, Burakovsky. Down the list we go. Nikita Kucherov. He wouldn't be able to play first line, though. Trade screen to check how close we are to the cap floor. Good point. We'll check that as well. Kucherov, we wouldn't be able to have 2 Russians, though, with Panarin. That's the thing. We should check those nationalities. Cap floor. Yeah, we still need to get a little bit more to the cap floor. I'm not sure how much exactly. But we still need some more to get to the cap floor for sure. Okay. No, Panarin second line? I don't know. Panarin second line? Nico Hischier is interesting. But again, let's remember what our lineup is. Let's remember our lineup here. Let's go back to the contract. Let's remember our lineup. Okay. First line, Panarin. Okay, well, even just the top 6 is Moore, McIntyre, Fiala, Perfetti, Lindholm, and Panarin. Kevin Fiala, remember him. He was not a rental. We got him long-term. He's here. So, I don't know, anybody who would be brought in would be bumped down. Yeah, that's what we'll do probably in the end, Gen Z. We'll see what happens. Nico can't even play with Fiala as well. And who from this top 6 would get bumped down to the third line to play with Lysell, Hellenius, and Beck? That's maybe a depth veteran, but I don't think we can sign a top 6 forward. Because someone in that top 6 has to get bumped down. Trevor Moore just scored like 30 points in the playoffs. He's been amazing always. I don't think there's anybody that really speaks to me. If this was next year, let's see next year's free agents. Because if Panarin's gone and we want another big name on that top 6 and no one's grown into it just yet, And we come in bumps. Yeah, Moore would get bumps, but Moore's been incredible. Next year, we could see Matthews. We could see Robertson. We could see Kachuk. So there's more names coming. There are more names coming. Toffoli, what's did Toffoli sign for in the end? He's saying with Winnipeg, 1 year, 8.58. Yeah. So that's also something to keep in mind. Or Panarin even sticks around for another year after that. You know? Okay, let's go back to free agency. That's a lot of forwards, though. If we looked just the forwards, that was it. Brad Marchand's out there. Pavelski's still here at 42. Defense, we see not as much. Yeah, it drops off quite heavily in the overall. And for the goalies, we see Comesso, Gibson, Varlamov, Kakkonen. Nothing too crazy here either. So if I look at two-way players and sort by potential, anything that stands out, more would be the new patches in the lineup. Right. Antonio Strangers could be a good depth guy. Antonio Strangers, he's American. The fourth line, if we're thinking Stenberg, Cunnen's already American. It wouldn't help. Danil Gushin, Russian. Kisakov, also Russian. Panomarev, Alex Turcotte, Canadian. No, he's also American. That's true. Cederqvist, Philip Cederqvist, Swedish. We're moving into the medium top 9s now. I was looking at the low top 6s. Low top 6. Let's take a low top 6 Russian, maybe. At Kisakov. Let's get Kisakov in here. Why not? Give him a max 2-way deal. And if you look at goalies, just curious. High starter. Ooh, look at this guy. High starter Imonen. We could bump out our medium starter and get a high starter. Protest. Thank you, Hobbsy. So Kisakov would be more AHL kind of guy. Do we look to sign Imonen and kick out Kukkonen? He's high starter at 19. This guy is medium starter at 20. Is that too cheese to do that? I don't know. Trade out the 61 medium starter and go after this guy instead. Alright, Gen Z. Same overall, a year younger and higher potential. Topi Imonen, former third-round pick of the Wild. 68 on the angles. Let's try to sign him and see if he wants the contract. Why not? I think that works out. Then Kukkonen can be a trade piece for us. Garin is out here as well. Yeah. Alright, that's about it for free agency, I guess. That's about it for free agency. Lots of interesting names. Kucherov, so tempting. He wants a 1-year deal. It's hard for me to say no to Kucherov. Moore would get bumped. Because if we had injuries, who comes up? Lysell? But then who gets bumped down from the third line? Lysell, Hellenius, someone would get bumped down from the third line then to the fourth line. That's not good for growth there either. That's the thing. All expiring. Panarin would want... It doesn't show line fit, no. It would tell you whatever, but wouldn't... Well, yeah, it would tell you a bit maybe, right? You could check that out. Yeah, we do need to grow our young guys. Panarin, here we're looking right here. He wants... So we can get him for like into the 8s, 9s. Panarin looking at that kind of deal. McIntyre, let's see McIntyre right here, right now. Do we do a 2-year on him, or do we go long-term right now, 8 years? It would be a bit costly. 8 years would be into the 9 millions. Yeah, what if they don't grow enough? True. Trevor Moore, he wants a bit much right now. Ramirez, we go 3 years on Ramirez. I know McIntyre's our guy, but would it make more sense to go 2 years, keep him as an RFA, and then playing with the RFA, maybe by then he's going to grow to a 90, he'll want even more. Yeah, okay, fair enough. If we go 8 years, before he wins another Rocket and wants that much, 11.35, that would be 9.64. So 9.75 for 8 years. I think that works. 9.75 for 8 years on McIntyre. Let's send him that and see what he has to say. And I think I'll wait on most of the other guys here. Probably wait on most of the other guys. Okay. Yeah. Protest. Yeah, it's a steal. Right now, he's only played 2 years. So we're on, from a negotiation standpoint, we'd be talking to his agent. We're taking a risk here. Giving this guy almost $80 million after 2 really good seasons. Who knows? We saw what happened to Verana. Who knows what happens? There have been other players who had 2 good years and have gone down into their 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever year. So I think that's one side of it. The other side of it, hey, this guy won the Calder. He won the Rocket. He's the real deal. So I think that's a good 8-year deal to get him to whatever, late 29, 30 years old. Then he'll get another big 6-year deal after that. Player search. Yeah, kind of like the Sanderson deal. Protas in Anaheim. Could we trade you, what's his name? They want Kukkonen. I'll trade you Kukkonen. Can I take back a 7th next year? Yeah, they have no goalies, that's why. A 7th next year? What do you say to this? Trade rejected. Just protest straight up would probably go through. But I'm gonna wait. I'll wait till Immonen gets hired. What's his name? Signed. Well, it's just to have a Belarusian as a depth forward. I know we have Cunnin, but he's an American. He wouldn't be playing. Don't worry. Let's advance a few days and see what Immonen has to say. Yes, it is. Annoyed. I forgot to check staff free agency. Gotta look at potential scouts. A few coaches out here. So potential scouts. There's you A-rated scouts. Yeah, okay. That's true. We do have Sturm as the German. So actually, Cunnin would probably be a full-timer. Cunnin would be a full-time 4th liner with, let's say, Stenberg and Kapanen. And then Protas and Sturm are the 13th, 14th guys. Yes, thank you. I don't think there was only one really offer sheet. It was Koltsov. Yeah, and Koltsov, what was his nationality? Koltsov is Russian. So it would be a big offer sheet, that's for sure. Koltsov, the 4th overall pick in 2024, 5-star shooting. Vitaly Koltsov, if we wanted to sign him, we could cheese it for a 1-year deal maybe. But if we were to give him 7 years, 11 million, we need to give him the next 4 first-round picks. So there's the issue. Not that rare either. I don't think it would be worth going after. We do have the money, though. Yeah, that's true. So if you just want to hire a few new scouts here quickly. A few new scouts. I saw Russia and OHL. Both these guys. This guy good at anything else? Let's fire this guy. Oh, it's Mark Stahl. It's the Mark Stahl. Oh, we got to keep him then. Mario. Goodbye, Mario Guerin. Mario Guerin is fired. And this guy, what's his name? Corbin Johnston is hired. Only B in the OHL. What a joke. But A-. So, we'll take it. There you go. And Vorobyev. A in Russia, also A in Liga. So check Russia and Liga. Russia, we're good. Liga will take out Filatov. And we'll hire him here. Is that a him? Dmitry, yes. There we go. Okay. Thank you very much. Alright, that's all we gotta do. Let's advance a few more days now. 2 scouts signed on. Caleb, welcome to the stream, my friend. Let's advance a few days. It shouldn't be the craziest of off-seasons here. Immonen, extremely happy to accept the offer. Very good. Thank you. So we can trade out Kukkonen in the Protas deal. We can't get very much at all. So it's not like, oh, we could get a 3rd. Why are you getting a depth forward when we can get a 3rd? No, that's not the case. The value is very low on both sides. Plus, it helps us for the salary cap. We need to get some money in. We got to bring some money in here. So that's it. D-Mark. So Mario, enjoy the cup ring. You're out of here. So Kukkonen's out in exchange for Protas. Even the value too far off. Really. Yeah? Anyone who just want to get rid of? If that's the case, then I'm not trading value. I'm not trading value. Anyone that I can just dump here? Kaminsky maybe, but I wanted to. We just signed him, didn't we? But he is a 59 at 20 years old. I'll throw Kaminsky in. Can I get back a 7th? If not, then it's not gonna. It's not. It wasn't meant to be. 7th rejected. I don't want to do it straight up. I'm sorry. Protas will come back to you in the future. Mila keeps suggesting the trade is not right. It's not meant to be. But we do want to trade Kukkonen still. It's crazy. Guy with medium starter potential. Former 4th round pick. And we'll barely get a 7th. That's how crazy and broken trade value is. We get a 7th from Anaheim. A 6th from the Coyotes. Good. We'll get a 6th from probably even the Bruins. A 6th from the Bruins will be the deal that we do. We could take Jared McIsaac. Foligno, $4 million. Bjork. Now, we'll sign someone in free agency for money. We'll take a 6th from... actually, the Bruins are a good team. A 6th from... a Dallas 6th. Why not? Kukkonen to the Rangers for a Dallas 6th. Thank you. And then to fill up the... salary cap, we'll sign a veteran here. Some veteran. Mark Giordano still around? No, actually, but no, Pavelski's too good. Zach Parise. Didn't we sign him in year 1? Didn't Zach Parise stay here in year 1? Yeah, he was here in year 1. We paid him a ton of money. Like, we paid him $10 million in year 1. Maybe we kept his career going at that point. 76 points last year in the AHL? Okay, Parise, why not? Let's do it. 1 year. Let's give him $5 million, I guess. 1 year, $5 million to Zach Parise. Even Gio could come in. 43, that's crazy. Let's try to get him a ring. 1 year, $5 million for Parise. There you go, Mila. Just for you. And 1 year, let's go $2 million. Let's not go too crazy. 43-year-old Mark Giordano. And he's a 79 overall. He could play. He could actually play. Alright, there you go. I think that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start advancing to the next year. Actually, we gotta check the, you'll have to trust me here in the number randomizer. I don't think I've done it yet for Starfleet. We're gonna go ahead and randomize the draft class here. Here. Medium. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the computer here. Let me go ahead and randomize a number. Random number 1 to 100. So 0 to 20 is low, 21 to 79 is medium, and 80 to 100 is high. Randomizing 1 to 100, 63. So 63 will be medium draft class quality, and generated prospect quality, 10. So it would be low. Medium draft class quality, but low generated prospect quality. Okay, so not a super strong year coming up, it looks like. Medium-low for this next draft class. Alrighty. So now let's start simming to next season and see what happens. Thank you, Dimitri, on board. Kisakov's on board too. Good. Not much we had to do. McIntyre extends also. Good. Very good news. No, not too much we had to do this offseason. That brings us to what? It's just a little over an hour, actually. Yeah, no need to stretch it longer than it has to be. We'll do a few things at the end here. Giordano on board, Parise on board, and then we'll see where that brings us headed into next episode, which will be the preseason. Tons of trades. Just a third for a third. Why would we be doing this? Maybe be a bit more risky and a bit more loose with the picks. Yeah, that's true. It could be a bit more loose. We could be a bit more loose with the picks. Come trade time, keep the medium-low draft class in mind. Yeah, these guys are crazy. Cunningham a 6th for a 4th and a 5th. Trevor Moore for a 2nd with Dostal as well. Interesting. But no, not trading Trevor Moore. No, thank you. No, thank you. And no, thank you. I have to go and fix the whole block just to get a few clicks out of the way. But we've powered through most of it by now. People want Doughty and Cunnin. People love them. People love those guys. Did Chef Jeff retire? I don't think Chef Jeff retired. Unless I'm not remembering. I don't think Chef Jeff retired. Doughty and Cunnin for a second and a random prospect. That's hard to say no to, actually, but someone's got to play depth. And it's a low draft class coming up, so I think we'll survive. I'll go to the player search just for you, Caleb. We're almost at the start of the season, and here we are. All right, I'll check out before we look at the lines. Player search. Chef Jeff Skinner. He's still here in Buffalo. 88 overall. Last year of his $7.6 million contract. Last year he had scored 90 points. Crazy. They'd won the Cup the year. No, I'm thinking about the Vancouver series. 90 points from Chef Jeff, the Canadian. Pavelski in LA. We're going to see him a bit this year. Okay, let's check out the lines now, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of growth did we get? Cross those fingers. Let's see it. Okay. Taking a quick little gander. Okay. Perfetti up to an 89. McIntyre up to an 87. Good. Let's go to roster moves now and make sure we put players in the right spots. So forwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The third line, we have to call up Hellenius. 10, 11, 12. Yeah, Hellenius is going to get called up here. Stenberg as well. So Stenberg and Hellenius are both coming up. And then, okay, Kapanen, I'm not sure on Kapanen yet. Kapanen, you're going to go down for a second. Yeah, Kapanen, I'm not as sure on. Then for defense, 1, 2. Oh, whoa! Cole Hudson, 85 overall! Have yourself an offseason, Cole! Whoa! From 80 to 85! I have not seen growth like that in a very long time. Cole Hudson, have yourself an offseason. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is Doughty. We'll send down Hunt here for a second. And Girard also dropped to an 80. No, actually, he was already an 86, wasn't he? Or did he go up to 88 for a little bit? Wow. Okay, and goaltending. Kosa. Whoa! And Kosa up to an 85! Kosa 85, Forsberg 81. Wow, Mikola's at a 79. He's going to be growing soon. Anyone else on defense? Hunt and Mugli. Okay, we need to sign some defense in the AHL. Yeah, Girard, I guess he dropped a little then. Kapanen. I'd like to get Kapanen to come up, but that would mean someone going down like Sturm. Yeah, probably Sturm. I don't know. I'm sorry for calling Kosa a bust. 85, but now you gotta prove it, buddy. You gotta prove it now. Okay. So the lineup looks something like this. Excuse me. So let's say, just putting some players around. Maybe Perfetti goes here. I don't know. Something like this. How does Hellenius fit in the lineup? Good fourth line fit, actually, for Constant Hellenius, but we got to play him third line for the ice time. Cunnin, Afanaseyev, Stenberg will go here. Otto Stenberg can go there. Cunnin, although he's an 81 overall, he would come out for... No, he wouldn't. He could stay in. Nationalities work, right? Yeah? Yeah, they work. They do work. Finn, Canadian. Yeah, okay. They do work. Defense, Gerard Pesce could stay, I guess. He's gone down. Pesce's gone from 85 to 84. Cole Hudson, where does he fit again? He fits best in the third. And Guliev, top two pairs. So Romanov guarantees playing third pair. Guliev and Hudson wouldn't work for the player types. Hudson wouldn't work top pair. This might... What if we swap these two? No, because Hudson doesn't have as good of a fit. But Guliev needs to play in the top four. Girard needs top four. Ramirez needs top four. Pesce's almost the odd man out. Ramirez could play top pair with Girard. Then Hudson and Guliev, though, it's a 0. That's the thing. Hudson needs top four. Guliev needs top four. Yeah, +4 is rare. Maybe Pesce comes down then. Ramirez Pesci +4 is nice. So this would be the best for ice time, but would it be the best for chemistry and growth? That's the thing. Cole Hudson going to an 85 was a big surprise. I don't know, Girard just signed his big extension. This is the first year of his extension, and he's coming off of a bad year, but a great postseason. I think that sometime this next season would be the first time that he could get traded. He's coming off of a poor year, but he's been, great year, bad year, great year, bad year. He could bounce back. I don't think Girard can move just yet. What about Hudson and Girard first pair? That would be a +1. No, it would be a 0. Right, that's true, Mila. That's why I wouldn't say it wouldn't happen. It's just that I would say we gotta wait at least for him to show what he's got. Hudson, what if we do Hudson third pair, but he runs the power play? Ooh, that's interesting. That does help for the chemistry. We could go +2, +4, or +3, +3. And then Cole Hudson third pair, but he runs the power play unit number 1. And then on unit number 2, it could be maybe Hudson and Girard on unit number 1, with Hudson being the guy at the top. Girard can be here. Moore can move out. Fiala comes in. Moore would leave for Hudson. Okay, so Hudson would be the guy. Samuel Girard, I don't like him as a left-handed guy there as much, but it's okay. This would be the first unit. And the second would be McIntyre as the finisher. Yeah, okay, well, we got it. Yeah, we said it a few times this episode. It's all about the plan. It's all about that plan. Afanaseyev comes off the power play, and Guliev goes on, gets a +1. Perfetti, McIntyre, Lysell, Moore. I guess that works. We'll think about it next episode, but just to say. Okay, so that's that. Goaltending, Kosa Forsberg. Then we got Sturm, Giordano, and Doughty. Giordano's probably going to go down. We have him for the money, and I don't want to have 2 defensemen in there. We can always just call him up if we need, and we know that he won't get claimed on waiver, so it's not a big deal. So Giordano can go down, and Kapanen can come up just for the preseason. Kapanen can try to prove himself a little bit here. Should McIntyre be power play 1 instead of Girard? Did I have McIntyre? Oh, of course. McIntyre's on unit number 2. Good catch. Yeah, McIntyre's not going unit number 2. Thank you, Hobbsy. I'm sure we would have caught that next episode, but good to get that in now. I'll fix some of the AHL lines myself afterwards as well. Not a lot of growth, though. Haikila 75 to 76. Mugli up to a 77. Good. And I'll sign some more. Actually, a good number of AHL guys, probably. So Oliver Kapanen, former second-round pick of the Canadiens. He's been in the AHL for a couple years, right? No, 3 years now. He's been getting better each year. 32 goals, 59 points last season. So we want to give him maybe a chance in the preseason. Power play. So Fiala. Yeah, Fiala, you can be the finisher on the second unit. McIntyre, the finisher on the first unit. And that gives even a +3 instead of a +1. So that's helpful for everybody. So Perfetti, Fiala, Lysell, Moore, Guliev on the second. And McIntyre, Lindholm, Panarin, Girard, Hudson on the first. Okay, I like that. And I'll fix other lines later on. Lysell's still an 82. Come on, Lysell. I want to see you grow, buddy. So that will be the lineup to potentially start the season. Maybe Kapanen's a full-timer. What are his face-offs? 81, so he could go center, and Stenberg could go wing. And then Cunnin comes out. Also a possibility. Okay. So we'll sign some names for the AHL. Doesn't want A, and it goes there. No, he hasn't really grown. What do players now want for their extensions? Panarin wants 10.9 now for an extension. Moore wanted 6.6 or something. Yeah, he still wants that. Ramirez would take 2 years in the 4s. And Lysell, cheap enough, actually. I'm going to we could do 1 more year of RFA eligibility for more expensive. Or do we give him 2 years and he's a UFA? We can always, yeah, we'll wait on next episode for that. Gen Z had said, what? Swap Perfetti and Lindholm. +4, +5, +5. All right, better plus minus. But it's just that we wanted Perfetti to be the playmaker for McIntyre. But we can always mix them around. Okay, so Linus at a 79. He'll get his NHL debut. We'll go to free agents. Two-way. Sorting by potential. Who do we see here? Gushin's still out here. Yeah, we got some players who are capable. But not too good, right? Because I don't want them taking spots in the lineup. 2473 Maggio. 2473 Maggio. Why not? Michael Maggio? Is that it? Matt Maggio. 5th round pick of the Islanders. Matt Maggio. We don't need that much for the forward. So Matt Maggio comes in as a forward. We can use some defense, though. Defense, we could use Joni Jurmo. Who's got Johansson? Samuel Johannesson. Villeneuve. Kuznetsov. Anyone younger? This guy Martinson. Low top 6. Let's do that. Akuratu legend. Denoye elite name. That's true. We had him in the Flyers franchise. So Martinson has some potential. He'll get brought in. Even this guy here, Peltonen. I just want players who can not steal all the I don't know. I don't want to give him an ELC though. That's why. Anyone who's young needs an ELC. Prokop, defensive defenseman. I'd probably take a two-way guy. Okay, let's just take Johannesson then, and we'll just make sure Moogly's getting his ice time. Couple D. Okay. And the coaching staff, how does this fit now for Ryan Goalie? He was in the wasn't he in the 80s? Now he has 78 fit. Doesn't like McIntyre on the first line, but aside from that, loves everybody. Good. Okay. I know someone IRL who knows him? Really? Okay, then we got to do it then. All right, Mila. Just for you, or for your friend who knows the player. Penguins won? Great. Thank you. Denoye. Elliot Denoye. Where's Prokop? The defenseman? Simon Poulin is there too? There he is. Prokop. Luke Prokop. Hey, why not? Defensive defenseman, 3rd round pick of the Predators. Why not? Prokop. There you go, Milo. Can't say I'm not trying my best for you. I know we couldn't get Protas, we got Prokop. I think that's about it now, ladies and gentlemen. We can look at the captains and jerseys. I know we wanted to get McIntyre in the leadership, but it's only his 3rd season. We haven't moved on from any of our players just yet. If we were to trade Pesci, then I think he's first in line. But I don't know if I want to strip Pesci or Girard of the A just yet. Let's look at the trade blocks around the NHL, and then we'll call it an episode. That'll be the offseason. Not a lot that we have to do. We got above the cap floor. Very good. Right? No one had their cap hits changed. No. Very good. Let's look at the trade blocks around the NHL, and then we'll call it an off-season. Sorting by overall. So we see Hanifin, Provorov, Sandberg's number. Why? What's his number? 80. So we have Hanifin, Provorov, and Fowler. Hanifin on an expiring deal. Coyotes have Schmaltz 5 more years with Gaudette and Ryan Suter as well, who just got signed at 42 years of age. Some prospects in Boston, or just younger players, I guess. Same for Buffalo. Same for Calgary. Elick is here. Who's this guy? This defenseman, Elick. Charlie Elick. Canadian. Crazy shot power. Sheesh. This guy Quick as well. He has number 30. What's wrong with number 30? Not sure why I'm thinking of this, but we should have created commander data for this series. We should have, eh? Should have thrown in a lot. We've had Data, we've had Worf, we've had O'Brien. We should have had there's a lot of Star Trek players we've had in the series throughout the years. Who else is here? We've got Armsden, Rodrigo Armsden, 21st overall pick. Muzzin. So a few prospects in Calgary. Yep, keep that in mind. Carolina, Teravainen, Johansson, Kampf, and Heinen. Chicago prospects, including Lintner. Medium top 6, but 1967. Basha, a few prospects there in Colorado. Columbus, of course, Goudreau, Orensky, Comfer, McGinn, and Kovacevic. Johnny Goudreau, what's he up to? Johnny Hockey. 71 points last year. Okay, he still got it. Johnny Goudreau. Dallas, no one crazy there. Detroit prospects, Baudouin, Danielson, Turakov. We can. Oh, Estonian Sergei Turakov. Former 16th overall pick in last year's draft, 2026. Okay, Estonian. Edmonton. Florida, Moroza, Drake. LA, Mikey Anderson, and Puustinen. Marcus Foligno from the Wild. The Canadians prospects including Svitov, Schaefer, Guindon. Predators prospects. Devils prospects. Islanders prospects. Rangers prospects. This guy Millen, 74 overall. Rohan Millen, two-way D. Only 2.5-star defense at 19 though. A couple of years away from his draft, or actually a year, a little over a year, yeah. Okay. Senators prospects, Flyers prospects, Penguins, Asplund, McMichael, JVR, and this guy Tucker. Goose? You mean Moose? Or who's Goose? Who am I thinking? Ferraro, Soucy, Clifton, Edmondson, Lauzon, and Eller on the block in San Jose. Kreider in Seattle. Ooh, big names on the block here in St. Louis. Goligoski. Yeah, by now for sure Goligoski's retired. Sorry. Let's see. Slavin, 2 years left. Connor Brown, 1 year left, 85 overall. What's he been up to? 53 points. No, I don't think we have a spot for Marcus Foligno, doggy. Brandon Saad, Casey Middlestat, Matt Dumba, Torrey Krug, Lowry, DeMello, Studnicka, Falk, Shen, and Hayek. Lots of names there in St. Louis. Tampa, Luhi is here. Passy Luhi just got drafted 24th overall. Okay. Toronto, Tavares, the chef before the... What emoji is that? Is that a candle? No, oh, it's a... I couldn't see on my screen. It's a moose. So I thought it was like a menorah. Tavares, Liljegren, and Lindgren on the block here in Toronto. Vancouver, prospects... Vegas, Stevenson, Bunting, Carlson, Marchessault, Donato, Carrier, Costin. Pacioretty finds his way back to Vegas 1 year at 4.4. Max Jones, Boyd. So lots of names in Vegas as well. Washington, Carlson on an expiring deal. Zub, Fleury, Murphy, and Larson. And Winnipeg, Valimaki, Mahura, 2 former Starfleet officers. Foote, Pernovich, Brown, and Samberg. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A reminder, we have $19.735 million in cap space. And Rubric's up to an 80. Let's check the unsigned players. Hold on. And our draft picks, we have a first, a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, and 2 sixths in this upcoming draft. So we could play around with that, with those higher picks, I would think. Rubric's up to an 80 overall, so I'd be tempted to sign him. I'd be tempted to sign him at an 80 overall, but I don't think this is the year. 4-star shooting, Ryan Rubric, I'd love to get him in there. But another year in the juniors wouldn't hurt, I don't think. Especially when things are already pretty jam-packed. So I think we'll call it there, ladies and gentlemen. Leave me any and all your thoughts on any potential extensions or trades or lineup thoughts headed into year number 5 as reigning Stanley Cup champions. I love this team. I think we can definitely go back-to-back if we are maintaining this chemistry and these performances, but we can't just get there on our own. Rubric third line would mean Beck can't go third line. Beck would have to go down because Rubric's Canadian, so that's the thing. I know Rubric at an 80 overall would make sense to be there, but it would be tough for our plan. Thanks, Data. Watching again tomorrow at half speed to get everything logged. Perfect. Dice, appreciate you getting everything in the Google Sheet. Hobbsy as well. It is linked in the description, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to access the Google Sheet and just check out the pie charts and the bar graphs for all that we've done. As well, the link for the Discord server is also in the description. We just passed 600 members in the Discord server, always talking about our own franchise mode series, sports, fantasy, all kinds of stuff. We'd love to have you in there if you haven't joined already. Leave a like for the off-season that was if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already for all of our series here on NHL, MLB. Look out for Wii Sports coming tomorrow. Yeah, Rubric replaces Panarin eventually, so no need to rush the timeline. The future wife, have a good run. Hey, thank you, Caleb. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Caleb. I'll be calling Lieutenant Desora this evening, actually. Thank you for the kind words. Have yourselves a great evening, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for Wii Sports, and hopefully this weekend for Vancouver, but definitely keep an eye out for the Data 782 Hall of Fame. The nominees will be back up, and voting will open on Saturday. I'll put a post on YouTube for that, as well as a tweet and in the Discord server, and the voting will be open for 1 week. So keep an eye out on Saturday. The second induction to the Data 782 Hall of Fame will be open. Keep an eye out. Have yourselves a wonderful end of the week, ladies and gentlemen, and a great weekend ahead. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay active, and we'll talk soon for year number 5. Oh, and the last thing I forgot to say, I'm so sorry. Next week's stream will not be on Thursday. It will be on Wednesday. Again, I'll post things so that you are reminded. It will be not on February 29th, but on February 28th. So we're not going to be streaming on the leap year. It'll be February 28th. 7 p.m. Eastern, next Wednesday, live with the 2027-28 year number 5 season here in Starfleet with the San Francisco squad. So keep in mind, we will be live on Wednesday, February 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern for our next Starfleet episode. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We'll talk soon. See you later. Live long and prosper.